Call the order of the May 14th Planning Commission. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Somebody would like to do the roll call?
Yeah, roll call first.
Before, you want us to do?
Yeah, roll call and then we'll do organization.
Okay. Dave Anderson?
Yep.
Joe Gacy?
Here.
Jim Hayek?
Yep.
Phil Metzger?
Here.
Sean Finney?
Here.
Wayne Dwightmeyer?
Present.
Nick Beller?
Here.
And Deborah Fritters.
Mr.
Tim Clayton, Mark Nelson, and John Derwinski are not in attendance.
And that leads us to an interesting situation where none of our elected officers are present. So what we need is a motion and a second tonight to appoint someone to hold the gavel and to run the meeting.
I make the
I'll make a-
motion
oh.
to give Dave Anderson the gavel for this evening.
Fantastic.
I'll second.
Look at that. I had 2 seconds.
Yeah, see? For next time.
Yeah,
Does that
exactly.
make you a fourth?
Apparently. Anyway, moving on. A motion and a second. Discussion.
Roll call on that.
All right. No, everybody good? All
Yeah.
right. Yep. Roll call.
Dave Anderson?
Sure.
Joe Gacy?
Here.
Jim Hayek?
Here.
Phil Metzger?
Here.
Also, Joyce?
Here.
What?
You're saying here, as if it's roll call. Say aye.
Aye. Yes.
Yes.
Do I
Yes,
read- do I
aye.
read the-
Aye.
This was a
fine.
vote?
You got it.
Yeah, it was a vote.
Oh,
You had to vote for me.
yes.
You made the motion.
And then for the meeting minutes, we would suggest that those be deferred since we don't have a secretary and a president to sign off on them.
Very good. Need a motion for deferral for the minutes from March 19th, 2026.
I'll make that motion that we defer the meeting minutes for Thursday, March 19th, 2026 to the next meeting.
All right, very good. We have a motion.
Second it.
Bill seconds it. Discussion? All those in favor? Aye. You good, Ryan?
Good.
We can move on?
Move along.
All right, here we go.
All right.
business?
New business, public hearing and recommendation to the town council, docket PC 2026-03, zone change, Copperstone Ag to PDR. Mr. Roltoff.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Thank you for allowing us to present tonight. We are here for to present Copperstone for a recommendation for zoning to the town council and primary plat approval as well. We've been working on this proposal for a long time, and it's really been a great process. We appreciate the back and forth, the dialogue that we've had. There's a lot. We've all done a lot of work to get it to this point. So grateful to be here. Copperstone is a multi-generational active adult or active lifestyle community. And we're excited about it. It's going to have a robust package of amenities, including pickleball courts, championship putting green, walking trails, gazebos, fire pits, quite a few things that we're including parks, park equipment. It will be, we hope, and our goal is to make it a signature community here in Winfield. We've done some really good things. We're bringing in 3 product lines. 2 of them are completely new. We've designed them just for Winfield. We're starting here. We're bringing in a Napa Valley architecture style for 2 of the product lines that has an upscale look to it, and it comes with value as well. So we believe this is a community that will just be a staple here in Winfield. So we're excited about that. A couple of things before I turn the floor over to Ed. We will be contributing $350,000 for the roundabouts, and we've also done a series of improvements on Gibson as well, traffic improvements.
Yeah, I
And-
was just gonna say,
Yeah.
we've been, this has been, what, a year process, I think,
Yeah.
at this point, close to it, so, that's all that, it's been a lot of back and forth work, and I appreciate that you're building something unique to Winfield.
Yeah, we're excited about it. We really are, like in the office when we work on this stuff. This is the fun stuff, you know, and you know, and we appreciate you looking for something different, and we're glad to bring it, so.
Cool.
And then finally, I would say we are also open to a TIF to help support Winfield for the benefit of Winfield for fire and police and other needs, impacts that this community would have on Winfield. So it'll be a great benefit for Winfield when this community, provided it's favorable, that we can get started. So with that, I'm going to turn the floor over to Ed Rechtenwald, our Director of Land Development, and he'll walk through the community.
All right.
Good evening, Ed Rechtenwald, Old Tough Homes. Thanks for hearing us tonight. So as Todd mentioned, we attempted to create a lifestyle type community here in Winfield, and I believe we accomplished it with the concept plan that's shown up here on the screen. But before I get into that and the specifics on the plan, I'd like to just backtrack a little bit here and talk about the history of the property and a few items that I believe will help benefit any of the public that's here and provide something for the public record. So. Just so everybody knows where the site's at, it generally falls right in the middle of the town Winfield limits. It's noted up here in blue on this GIS map. Everything surrounding it then is within the town limits. More specifically, we're located at the southeast corner of 117th and Gibson. The site itself is 122 acres. It does have a few unique features to it. We will be preserving approximately a 4-acre wetland, and that can be seen on this map here. And it's generally located right here in the crucix of these two property lines. So that's about a 4-acre wetland that we'll be preserving as part of the project and incorporating it into the plan itself. There's two other kind of unique features. The old Norfolk Southern Railroad bed does transect this property from about northwest to southeast. So that is part of the project as well. While the railroad is abandoned and the line is abandoned, the bed is still there. We also have two Buckeye pipelines that we are contending with. They run parallel to that railroad bed. So a couple of unique features on the site, but we are able to work within the parameters there, and the concept plan will show how we managed our way through those couple of things. Next, I just want to point out how this relates back to the comprehensive plan within the town. We do view these documents prior to submitting proposals and make sure that we're in line with what the town sees development to be. And as you can see up here, the future land use map does indicate that this area was primed for residential development, as indicated in the yellow color and kind of the greenish color on the map. The subject site is in the red box, both on the future land use map and on the future growth area map. We do feel what we present tonight will reach the goals that were stated in that comprehensive plan as well. There seem to be 3 goals that everybody landed on. One being that they're looking for high quality housing and to reinforce existing residential offerings and to promote sustainability. We feel like this project will help promote some high quality housing. We intend to build very high quality units, preserve the quality of existing neighborhoods. This will help aid in values within Winfield, again bringing the valuations of Winfield up, including existing residents, potentially giving them opportunity to move out and move around within Winfield as well, so preserving those neighborhoods. And then also to support the community with future needs and current and future needs. We feel the concept plan that we'll present tonight provides that portion as well. It'll provide different housing types, hopefully for young professionals and some other maybe active adults that wish to either relocate within Winfield or into Winfield.
I want to make my Jim comment. I'm sorry, active adults.
It's okay. I looked at you the
Maybe
first time.
maybe one sitting up there tonight. As far as developability of the real estate goes, this site is set up very well. You know, we have water and sanitary utilities right at our front doorstep. On 117th, there's a 15-inch or a 20-inch water main that would be connecting to, and then a 15-inch sanitary line. As far as traffic goes, Again, we're bordering two contemplated connector streets, both contemplated within the town's comprehensive plan on their future transportation map, but also in their transportation plan. So 117th and Gibson were contemplated to be major connector streets. You can see there the green roundabout that Todd mentioned about earlier. So we'll be contributing to all that and improving those streets, the connector street standards as necessary. So that's just a little bit of the background on the surrounding area and why we chose to come in with our proposal for ag to PDR. The PDR seems to fit in with the residential growth that's contemplated. So now the concept plan. The concept plan here has been vetted pretty heavily amongst the board and the council and others and staff. And so this is the same concept plan that was presented at the December meeting and again at the March meeting. It hasn't changed. It has now been engineered. So we have engineered the plan as part of the primary plat and submitted all of the documentation necessary. But for some statistics, again, the project site is 122 acres. It's predominantly made up of single-family detached homes. So an 80-foot by 135-foot deep lot. There's approximately 135 units of those, which is about 41.2% of the site. So predominantly single-family detached, traditional single-family homes dominate this project. Then we had two other home-style offerings, both of an attached nature, so attached meaning that they're conjoined together. We have two new collections, as Todd also again alluded to, that we are siting in this property. On the eastern edge over here, we have what's called our Sonoma collection. So it is a two-story, two-car front-loaded townhome home that we feel will be targeted by potentially young professionals, first-time home buyers, maybe with single kids and things like that. So there's about 86 units of that style of home, and that makes up about 9% of the site. And then for the active adults, Mr. Hayek included, we have another attached style home. It's we dubbed it the Napa collection. So it's a ranch style attached home. They're all single level patio homes. Again, targeting kind of the active adults in the area. That makes up about 107 of the total homes within the community, or about 19% of the project. The remainder of the project, again, is a balance of open space, retention detention facilities, amenity areas, frontages and right-of-ways. And that makes up the other approximately 30% of the project. So total units, or total homes on this property equates to 328 total homes. The densities that of other surrounding properties kind of fall in line with what this property presents. So in trying to keep with the lifestyle theme and neighborhood, we also were intentional about the things that we proposed in the community itself. We tried to keep our streetscapes very green and lush. We tried to keep them very open to basically create a boulevard type feel instead of just a standard house on house feel. So what we did in the attached areas is we tried to create their own little separate courtyards and used private street sections and roads to service those areas. This allowed a couple of things. It kept the streets predominantly clear of, again, kind of that front forward architectural standard you see in most neighborhoods. It allowed us to have a little movement in the buildings themselves. So instead of what you would normally see in an attached property is kind of a block style layout, we were able to get a lot of movement in the buildings and separate them from the roadways. It allowed for us to create green spaces for each kind of individual block. So each block of homes has some green space associated with it that they can walk out their front door and, perhaps, let their dog walk or whatever they foresee. And we were able to accomplish that in both kind of the single-story ranch areas and also on the eastern side here with our two-story townhomes. Also, to provide some interest for the residents there and to bring the value up, we've provided amenities, quite a few amenities and targeted amenities for the different types of homeowners we anticipate living here. In the single-family section, we have a playground facility that we'll be installing for the kids that live in that area and the families. That's predominantly in the single-family area for those individuals. Then more centralized, which we feel like will be used by maybe everybody in the community. We have a pickleball court and a championship putting green. So we feel those amenities promote gathering, and so the pickleball for sure, right, is a popular sport activity these days, and so we picture that being a good gathering spot, and perhaps all homeowners that are in the community would enjoy the use of those two facilities. We also have a fire pit seating area in the southern section in the Napa collection. Again, we find...
Can you zoom in on some of those other sheets that have those areas that you're detailing? Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Thanks.
And I have a couple other slides that show a little more detail. So this has a fire pit and kind of seating area. Again, in the Napa section allows, enjoying the outside, a day like today, they can go out there, turn on the fire pit, sit around it, and get that sense of community within their neighborhood. So those are three of the predominant amenities that we're offering. And then here's, to Nick's point, here's a couple of renderings. The ones that we're proposing, we've had a kind of work within the constraints that we have. So this isn't an exact rendering, but these are kind of gives an artistic feel of what those different types of amenities would play into. So, we have a putting green with seating areas, and then the fire pit area, the pickleball courts, and the playground. So we were very conscientious of the amenities that we wanted to put in here. And then finally, the walking paths and trails. Obviously, it's all connected through walking paths and trails, not only internal to common areas. As you can see here, you can get from the playground down to the putting greens and pickleball courts, and then over to perhaps the seating area. But also, we do have obviously a standard Winfield road sections with sidewalks, which promote considerable walkability. So that's the concept plan and the home style offerings that we've selected for it. Again, trying to be very intentional and provide a unique community feel. And then finally, we land on kind of the entrance marker that we're proposing for the community. So this will set off the entrance. One other thing I'd like to point out, our entrances both, as we've discussed in previous meetings, are off of Gibson. So those will remain off of Gibson. We will be providing the improvements again for Collector Street standards to Gibson and 117th, which includes the 8-foot paths and provides that connectivity throughout town. So other than that, that's what we came up with to be intentional and unique. We feel it checks all the boxes. We do, Aaron Gardner, our Director of Architecture, is also here in case anybody would like to see the product offerings for review or conclusion. But with that, we'd be happy to open the public hearing, take comments from the board, whichever you see fit.
Yep. I'll open the public hearing in a second, but I just want to make it clear that, this whole entire board and those that weren't here have gone through this into the weeds, back to the weeds. It's been a year plus, I would say, at this point in the making. And as I stated when Todd was up, you're bringing something unique that is not built. You don't typically build what's being built here. The single family homes will have 3-car garages. The attached will be something completely unique that has not been seen in the area. So we appreciate your effort in listening to us and what our expectations were.
Absolutely.
So with that, I'll open the public hearing. Anybody here wishing to speak? Feel free.
Hello, thank you. My name is Lawrence Pfeiffer. I live just to the east of this proposed property. That wetland, it can't
Please state
take,
your address.
yeah, 6081 East 117th Avenue, Winfield, Indiana.
I think there's a sign-in sheet
There's a sign-
underneath
yes.
the laptop. I don't know if it's covered up or kind of around the laptop. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
So where you can see where the, one of the lots from 24 through 35, that's pretty much my property line there.
So you're the house right there at the top, right there?
I'm
I'm trying to, yeah.
This,
Where am I at?
Yeah,
Okay, I got it. Yep, yep, yep,
this
yep.
area here.
Got it.
There's a gentleman that lives here, and his lot line goes half an acre.
Okay.
I'm sorry, an acre. Mine goes almost 9 acres. So
Okay.
it's all of this area, all of this area, all of this area, up to the road.
Perfect. Okay, thank you.
So my concern is that wetland can't take any more water. It's filled already and overfilling. So now you're gonna make my whole property a wetland. And I have animals, and I am registered hobby farm, so I'm allowed to have animals. And just the building of that, which I'm worried about the price of sending my animals somewhere else during the time, because they're gonna be totally devastated by this. And I'm not a person that against the home improvements or village improvements, but you're infringing on me pretty badly here. And I'm not against that development, I think it looks like a great deal, but I'm kind of worried about what they're gonna do for me in the meantime for this. And I moved here just because of that reason, to have that nice piece of property. I put a lot of money into my house, and I pulled all permits here, I got everything approved. And I'm just kind of a little concerned of all that water, especially with all that concrete and 3-car garages. And I know you got retention ponds, but that's still a lot of water going on my land and the people's land next to me, to the east of me. So that's why I don't know what their plan is or what they're gonna do about this. But you can tell that was never there before and there wasn't a problem. What's the problem gonna be now that you're putting it there? And how's that gonna affect me and that wetland?
Yeah, I'll just say one thing. So all the water that is generated on there when it's engineered, just in general, when these are all engineered, they have to retain all the water into their property and it has to stay on their property. I would tell you, if anything, any drainage issues would be improved actually. So.
Okay, well also, you see all these homes here?
Mhm.
All these homes are gonna have a lot of water that's not gonna be able to go to drainage. And a lot of these homes here are gonna be putting pesticides on their lawns, which are gonna flow into my property, and my animals are gonna be eating it. And then the second thing is, when you do put the water line in and the sewer line, you're gonna disrupt the city water and city sewer. I paid a lot of money to get connected to the city water and city sewer. Now, how is that gonna affect me, and what, in the meantime, if I don't have water and sewer, what do I do with my house?
this construction wouldn't, I know what manhole you're connected to. I remember the connection.
I talked to you.
Yeah, this shouldn't affect your
Okay, well-
utilities at all.
That's why I'm asking, and
Yeah,
I was
it won't.
wondering about my water too, is it gonna disrupt my
You're
water?
connected with American Water,
Yeah.
correct? Yeah,
Yeah.
it should not affect it at all, because you're connected off of 117th Avenue, all their installations
Okay.
have it.
That's, okay,
Far west of you.
well then, I guess my other concern is all the water.
Yeah,
Because just to the right of me now, that 30 acres is flooded.
The stormwater, I think, Sean, did you have anything to say about the stormwater?
There's a swale along the property line and storm structures. They should collect all of it before it runs off onto
In
your
the rear
property.
yards?
In the
on
rear
On
yards.
the east side?
All from like 20,
Yep.
23 all the way down to,
That whole
That's what it
stretch?
appears.
Okay.
There's storm structures all
Okay.
down through there and it's swale graded, so it won't run off.
and then what about the wetland? Is that all staying? Because I
Oh, yeah.
own most of it.
yeah, that's yours. You'll keep it.
Okay.
Yeah. So, yeah, so here's what I would just say at the end is, and I think people have heard me say this at other developments, if there's a problem, call Nick,
Okay.
and then we'll take.
Poor Nick.
We'll-
Poor Nick.
No, no,
Yeah,
no.
call Nick.
Yeah, but here's what I'm gonna say next, is if there's a problem, and it's a real problem, and they don't take care of the problem, they won't be building anything over there.
Oh, that's why I'm here asking.
Yeah, that'll be the end of it.
Yeah.
So, you know, we had an issue in the past, we've shut people down in the past. And so that's what I'm saying is, you let us know if there's a problem. And Nick is the conduit, unfortunately, he's the messenger for this. But, you know, Todd's sitting right back there, if there's a problem, and Todd knows his experience with what we would do.
Otherwise, it's a great idea. It's a really nice neighborhood. It'll make the neighborhood a lot nicer.
Yeah,
I'm just kind of worried about all that water.
yeah, no, I agree. And
This year has been a lot of water. and We have
you're
a ton of water.
You're not kidding. So, yeah, I mean, I think the engineering, from the engineering perspective, is good. At least what I've experienced before, and if our engineer is saying it's good, I think we're good on that. But if it's a problem, we'll get it fixed.
Okay,
Thank you.
thank you.
Anybody else? All right, we'll close the public meeting.
Public hearing.
No public hearing. No, I closed the public meeting too, I'm sorry. It's been a long day. All right. So then we are up for item, what,
Right.
comments?
For us, right?
Yeah, fire away.
I don't have anything, but I'm just saying.
Comments?
Oh.
Anybody? I mean, we chatted with this.
I'm happy with the presentation.
All right.
The only thing that maybe I would like to see, because there'll be a sidewalk, right, Nick? Running all the way down 117th.
Down 117th and down Gibson Street.
So,
The 8-foot concrete walk that you see.
so that would be the access point. Then walking, you'd have to go down past it, down Gibson, then walk into the subdivision.
I would say pedestrian access will probably be limited to the road cuts, if that's what you're asking.
Yeah, I mean, is there a way to put a pedestrian just so that residents can just get onto 117th and walk instead of having to go up to Gibson, down, and walk around? That was just one of those, we limited the access, we didn't give them.
Yeah, we cut off the access.
Right,
Right.
so then now it's like, okay, now they have to walk, if they're walking, which we kind of want them to walk, they gotta walk down, all the way down here and up and around to go back this way.
If you're asking, that's how the current plan is, that is how the plan reflects, sort of, you have to loop around and walk around the corner to get around.
I don't know, there's a way to fix it at this point.
Gap between lines.
Is there
20
some
20 and 21?
have a little bit of a gap?
Yeah, we have a common lot between 20 and 21, so.
I mean, that's a thought, it's
Right.
not gonna affect whether I say yes or no. It would be something that I think if I were a resident there, it'd be nice to be able to just walk straight onto 117th and walk.
We have a common lot between 20 and 21, so we could.
What's the width on that?
I
18.
don't have my engineering plans with me, but
Oh, that's fine. I mean, it's just
it's probably
something we can do.
20, whatever the town standard is.
Okay.
No.
Is that something we can deal
So
with?
big enough to put a sidewalk
Oh.
Is that gonna mess
Yeah,
everything
it
up?
is.
I don't know.
It is.
I've had, there's been positive and negative feedback to stuff like that. A lot of times people who live
Don't want people
don't
walking
want
through
people
there.
walking through their side yard.
I
So-
can see that too. So,
It's not really set up for sidewalk. Maybe if this was like an earlier idea,
yeah,
maybe.
no, I know. Okay, I'll shut up now.
Thanks, Jim. Appreciate that.
I'm gonna out-adult all of you.
All right, so close the public hearing, comments. Are we on to item 2 then, right?
We need a recommendation.
Oh, we need a recommendation.
Recommendation to town council.
So then I will entertain a motion for a recommendation.
I'll make a favorable recommendation to the town council for docket PC 2026-03, zone change, Copperstone Agriculture, the PDR.
JC,
Second?
Mr. Hachek. Any other comments? All those in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Public hearing item 2, docket PC 2026-4, primary plat approval, Copperstone.
Same comments transfer over to this position as well. The only thing I would say is that this is where we really worked with DLZ on our engineering, and so that's all been vetted. At this point, we have maybe 1 or 2 comments left, but nothing of critical nature.
Okay, I'll open the public hearing. You good? Okay. Anybody else? Public hearing is closed. I just wanted you to get up and down real quick.
I need the exercise.
You can sit back down and do it without me.
Good.
All right, so then we need a motion for.
I have some comments on the plat.
Of course he does.
I get through without comments.
All right.
You shut me down, then you just do your
What
thing.
is what's going on with the bike path? So I don't see an easement platted for that. The plat itself is kind of busy with a lot of different things, so I don't know if they're.
You guys are dedicating the easement for the bike path, yeah. that
I
should
don't
be-
see it. My thing is I don't see it.
It's, so if you look at sheet 9, there's a 10-foot path easement tag northeast of lot 154. And then as you go further west towards the road, it widens out to allow for the trailhead.
Is 10 feet the standard width, Sean, for the big trail systems we've seen through
Oh.
here? I thought they were wider than that.
That's typically the paved width.
So
So
we would
there's
actually need an
typically
easement that's
shoulders,
wider.
yeah.
So we would probably need like a 20
You
foot
probably
easement.
want a 20.
So we need a 20-foot easement to actually build a trail in it for construction.
So do we just, I'm just trying to think about how we,
Pending engineering.
pending engineering?
Yeah, typically, if there's going to be approval, it has to be subject to, and it's got to be subject to the zone change too. anyway.
Yeah. So subject to engineering. I'll just say subject to engineering. That's all, catch all.
And who was building the bike path? Was that Old Top building the bike path? Or?
That is being built by the town.
I don't know. Are you sure?
Yeah, we're gonna build the bike path.
All right.
We'll take what else do we want, Nick?
Well,
Keep going.
I would like some shelters over the mailboxes in the multifamily area. So we have the common mailboxes. Deb, what are those? What's the technical term for those mailboxes?
The CBU.
The CBUs.
So I don't necessarily want to argue with you, Mr. Beller, but those units, in fact, are only 30 inches wide at most. And so we tried to site them in areas that are away from the streetscape, and we have provided a metal roof on them now. We provided an upgrade to the normal boxes. Usually we do a flat top. These do have a roof section to them. Now, we feel that kind of meets a happy medium. We're not quite sure if having them sheltered provides any more benefit, considering their width, to the mailbox itself.
My thought was just people were retrieving their mail. You know, they're fumbling with their key. They're trying to get at it. They have a bag, and maybe it's raining, or maybe we just had a big snow, like a big snow event. There's a foot of snow on the ground. It kind of keeps at least shielded a little bit. I'm not saying we need to have a big 10 by 10 thing around these shelters, but you know, something to just try to shield it. That's my thoughts anyway. That was, Deb also had the same thought, to just shield it from the elements, primarily when people are trying to get their mail. We don't deal with a lot of these types of mailboxes in town. I think the only other kind of clusters of these are at Stonegate Commons.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, it's not even close to
Yeah.
what this is.
Let's not use that as an example.
You know, I don't
That's a
think I
bad
have
example.
it in here.
I'm just saying, I'm just trying to relate it to something that
I think
everyone's
keep
probably
going.
seen.
Keep going.
Is it in here?
It's in the engineering for sure. I don't know if Sean, I can borrow your 8.5 by 11.
Is there something that, is it built or is it bought? Nick?
It's a purchased unit.
Okay.
Is it sheet 59?
Just you know, where they built structure.
Sheet 59?
Over.
Yeah, I don't,
Let me ask.
the engineer's on
So-
attached.
I don't.
Do you care about that?
I've seen it both ways.
Yeah, it kind of shelters the mail
I'm just gonna cut
itself.
this off.
I don't know that it shelters the mail
Alright.
retriever.
So we had a discussion, we don't care.
All right, he just wants it under a shed or some kind of canopy.
Back itching it.
All right. Well, when all the active adults are complaining,
The mail's blown away.
I'm going to tell
Like I said,
I'm gonna refer-
I'll active
I'm gonna
adult,
refer him to
all of
this
them.
meeting.
All right, moving on.
All
More
right,
important
I've been outvoted.
things.
I've
20-foot
voted, but I've
easement,
been
we all care about.
We've been outvoted.
All right, what else we
Kevin and
got?
I have been outvoted about this.
Well,
Really?
what else do we have?
Nothing,
Just the pavement markings, I think Ed was adding those for the crosswalks.
Yeah, we have those being added to the plans.
ADA ramps, right?
Yeah, I talked to Maynard
yeah.
the other day, and we're all in agreement
Yeah.
on everything.
Perfect.
Everything
All right.
else.
Should
Yeah,
be the comments then, we hit it.
that's it.
All right, we're done.
Easy.
anything else?
I'm not gonna bring anything else up, I'm just gonna get shut down anyway.
No, you're not, just,
Kidding.
It's a lot of work.
No, I don't have anything else. The comments are actually very minimal. This, I mean, there's been a lot of work gone into this project, a long time.
Yeah.
It's gonna be pretty cool looking, in my opinion. So,
yeah, I think
It's gonna be really good.
Yeah. All right, no other comments from the board? All right, then I need a motion for primary plot approval.
And whatever that motion is, needs to be contingent upon the engineering checkoff, the inclusion of the 20-foot easement, and then obviously the zone change.
So,
I'll make a motion for a favorable recommendation.
Nope,
to-
this is-
Oh, this is approval.
This is an approval.
Make a motion for a approve docket PC 2026-04, primary plat approval, Copperstone, 328 lots, subject to engineering, final approval, and the zone change.
And the 20-foot
easement.
easement.
20 foot?
Yeah.
Oh, and a 20-foot easement.
It just covers it all.
Okay.
I'll check off.
Need a second?
Second.
Bill seconds. All those in favor? Come.
Aye.
Aye. Joe? All right.
Thank you. We
You're
really
good.
appreciate the opportunity.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Really appreciate it. We're really looking forward to partnering with Town of Winfield and creating something. We're excited.
Thanks, Todd.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys. All right. Docket PC 2026-01. Peter?
Do you need this? Thank you. He's got an order from the board
Talk about, like, oh, yeah,
It's our chance.
absolutely. How are you?
Good, how are you?
Good. Apparently I'm president for tonight. I am the president of the planning commission tonight. No, okay, that's good, I like it.
Hey. Yeah. I think this is it.
Hey,
Thank you.
He wants to use it.
Thank you. Good evening, everyone. My name is Peter Andreu. I'm here for the approval for a commercial development plan for the Family Express Car Wash Edition. Before I describe the scope of work, I'd like to give a little background about Family Express. So Family Express was started in Valparaiso, Indiana. We just celebrated our 50th year. We're exclusively an Indiana-based company. We have a vertically integrated business model, and we have a proprietary central distribution center and also a central bakery, all housed in with our corporate offices in Valparaiso, just south of the fairgrounds there. We currently operate in central and northern Indiana, and we currently have about 87 stores, and we have an aggressive growth schedule. Since last October, we're open 4 stores, the 4th one being opening this Saturday in Valparaiso, and another one under construction with 3 more in the bidding phases. Family Express started, like I said, back in 1975, and Winfield was store number 14 at that time. So we've been in the town of Winfield since 1995. I know because I did those drawings back then over 31 years ago. So we're happy. I've been a resident here for over 45 years. Happy to be part of this town. What we like to do is the current site plan has a convenience store with a car wash attached to it. And what we'd like to do is isolate build a new car wash, approximately the same footprints, about 1,300 square foot. It's a single car rollover car wash. And that would allow us to renovate the interior to make it more modern and then provide more offering. And we'll add relocate some parking spaces. There was an existing. Can we go back to the site plan just for one more moment?
What are you asking for a lot?
Sorry. Yeah, so we'll have some parking, some vacuum. We're going to create some vacuum stalls on the left. I can't do that. It'll be on the left-hand side of the parking there. Those will be 2 vacuum stalls. The car wash will be located to the right side of the screen there. Really nothing much changing on the site. There's some green spaces that will be pavement, and pavement will be green spaces. So the overall site from the impervious aspect is going to be less than 0.7 or 1%. So it's going to be less than 1%. So as far as the green space goes. If you could go to the exterior elevations, we've done some renderings to comply with the current town ordinance. So this is, there's some certain architectural requirements in the town ordinance where you have to create 6 corners and multiple color masonry units. So this doesn't look like the existing building. So we redesigned it to accomplish the requirements. Photometrics were completed. We have a pretty substantial landscaping plan to kind of screening the lighting from the vehicles going outside the parking lot. We complied with the less than, I think it was 1 foot candle around the perimeter. We decided to remove those 2 trees on the north side and replace them. Those seemed like they were 30 years they had their share there. So we're filling in some of those ditches on Randolph and 109th Avenue, kind of leveling them out until we get to the those culverts. Existing sign will remain as is for right now. Other than that, I mean, it's pretty straightforward.
So Peter, so with the existing car wash that comes in now, the queue backs up typically into the parking lot.
Yes.
How many cars can fit into the queue now with the?
So this one will be an improved.
Okay.
Because you have over 5 cars plus a car in the lane, so you got 6 cars that you could do. Right now, you only have like 2 cars, and then you're in the.
Yeah, I see it. Then you got people coming in.
Right.
the service road there, I'll call it for lack of. a
That's
better word.
right. So this one, we brought the car wash as far south as we can, lined it up with the canopy, so we kind of work with the dog bone and then kind of steer people away from there, but that created a longer queue. And also, one thing I did forget to mention, we're gonna have a trash enclosure to comply with the curtain. Right now, it's just exposed dumpsters there.
Yeah, and just for my own curiosity, brushless,
I'm sorry?
brushless?
That sounds
Both,
So,
both options.
so you're gonna have to be able to go totally brushless in the car wash and then, or have the,
There's both.
wow.
Yeah, so the car wash system that we have now, that was designed back in 1995.
Yep,
It was a different manufacturer. So we're changing all the older units because they use almost 3 times as much water because they're low pressure. Now the new ones are high pressure. They're using, I would say, between 35 and 40% of the water. So it's a lot more efficient equipment.
Peter, do you plan on doing anything with the original store on the outside to dress it up,
Yeah, it should be.
revitalize it?
Yeah, it should be in your drawing. So what we're trying to do, there's the doors, the entry and exit. The entry door will be blocked off because we have the transformers there and then the trash enclosure. The exit side, which will be the west side, will be infilled in with glazing. And what we'd like to do is add some outdoor seating, like 3 or 4 tables in that area.
Oh, I see all the parking, I see the landscape design, is that what that is? Yeah.
If you go to the site plan, I could probably shows it.
What's
What's
the,
actually it's in the construction document, but I'm sorry?
seating here is right.
Oh,
What, the civil thing?
Yeah, you could go to the civil, but actually, yeah. So that little, I don't know what it calls it there, on the upper left of the building there. Scroll down if you would, or no, yeah, that's fine. See on the left side of the building? That concrete pavement, that's where the exit of the car wash would be. So we're making that concrete and then providing some tables there. We'll have bollards for protection and such.
are you refreshing any part of the building outside of?
Yeah, we're repainting the whole thing. You guys noticed that we just spent quite a bit to update the fascia. It was fading, so we put new fascia around the canopy. We put lighting around the canopy. We're gonna paint the building right now is white, so we're gonna paint it, and there should be some elevations on your drawing. I think it might be,
It's A1. It's in the packet.
It's right after the landscape.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
the next page after the landscape plan.
it's kinda hard. I mean, that was 31 years ago, right? So we're doing the best we can with it. So we're trying to create a base, a darker base to kind of mimic the car wash, kind of combine the two as much as we can since we don't have the same material, which at least match the colors.
Okay.
How about on the canopy area itself?
We just redid that whole exterior canopy.
They redid the top of it very
The top of
recently.
it, not the post.
No, they didn't.
Oh, the posts we'll probably paint. Yeah, I mean, we're gonna dress up the whole site. We're not gonna spend all this money and not address the site. Some of
What
the
about-
pavement needs
Since we're
addressing.
doing some brick and block work and stuff, what about coming up the column with some block? Maybe 5 foot, 4 or 5 foot up?
Those are maintenance items. Most of the corrosion that I've been manager for BP for the United States, and the amount of corrosion that happens where the concrete meets the steel, it's best to have them exposed for accessibility, because that's where everything happens. We already addressed them once. If you go around them, you'll see the concrete cracked around there because all the salts from the water and everything, because the drains are surface drain here. And all the water just pits and eats away at the column, so we have to dig down and we have to reinforce it with steel. And then they were painted not too long ago, and then they need painting again. So our preference is not to encapsulate those because so we could have easy accessibility and visibility from the safety perspective.
That's an interesting idea, Jim. I was at the Aberdeen Family Express
It's
over
done
the
a lot.
weekend.
I
It's
mean, I
pretty
see a
common.
lot of them that
Yeah.
are almost all brick going up.
Yeah, I think the Aberdeen does entirely break clear out. That's a
And I'm
good
not
point.
even, yeah, so I don't know, I'd like to start to see that in what we're doing here in the town with regards to the fuel stations and
Mhm.
things
Sure.
that are here. That's my opinion. I'd like to start to see that.
Yeah, it's gonna be a big cost, because we gotta dig it up and then do the foundation walls, or foundations to support that masonry up above.
Yeah, so I'm looking at the Valpo one right now, just if you haven't looked at it. There it is.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. I know what you're
The Aberdeen one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did that. I know, that's 96. Yeah, I'm familiar with that.
Yeah,
I've done Family Expresses since 87, so I'm familiar with them.
yeah, I just.
But all our new stores, they don't have them. All the ones we open in St. John, the one that's opening Saturday in Valpo, all the other ones, if we can avoid those, that would be a preference.
You were here before I was on the board, so this is my first opportunity to see what I want with you.
Yeah.
No, that's my opinion. So I'm only one person.
Bill, Joe?
I mean, I definitely think it looks a lot better like that than just poles.
Certainly the feel that I want the town to have, you
Right.
know.
Mhm.
It's the main staple, main intersection in town,
Right.
should reflect.
Great.
Yeah, so I'm looking at St. John's, just,
Look at Westbrook.
just for comparison, that's all. And,
They don't have it.
no, they don't have it, but, you know, again, you know, they have it's newer, they have the new building, the one that just opened up, so. Joe, do you have any comment?
Well, I mean, I understand Pete's angle here because knowing a little bit about brick and concrete, expansion, contractions, sweating, exposure, non-exposure, drying, and, you know, being exposed to moisture again. Yeah, you get a lot of reaction there. So, I mean, personally, I do like the cover of the masonry cover, but I do understand where Pete's going with as far as providing the exposed steel versus having it encapsulated with the masonry.
And if it was from the get-go, from the initial, if we were coming in here and this is a new design, I think the drain pipes, the downspouts, everything would have been designed differently than what they are now, and it would have been more appropriate for drainage and get all that water appropriately out of there. 'Cause right now, I don't know, I mean, there's a lot of piping underground. Once you build it, and there's a lot of piping underground, it's just,
I mean, because your steel structure is not part of the drainage.
it is
There's a separate pipe run with that.
inside the column that comes out at the bottom, yeah.
Nick, thoughts?
So what you're gonna be doing is crisscrossing across the site, put
Well, I think-
underground
I don't know.
plumbing in there to carry the water.
I would like to see the masonry. I would like to see, you know, the bricks around there to kind of dress it up a little bit. As Deb noted, it's, you know, primary intersection. We've not really had to review and also to Jim's point, we haven't reviewed a gas station really before, ever.
They've been here.
Yeah, they're just here.
Yeah.
So, you know, I think it's, I don't know, the construction wise, I don't know the logistics of pouring a little concrete foundation in there and building up some bricks 5 or so feet up.
You have to go down at least 4 feet to 5 feet below for the foundation for this
Well,
weather.
there's all types of products, and we've
Yeah.
seen it in,
Can you use,
it's not
can you
full
use the
brick, that
architectural
aren't full
product?
brick, but effectively look like brick.
Yeah.
So-
We've had some of them on some of the projects that have come through
So
this commission.
So here's what I'm hearing, just as consolidate, I hear a bunch of, hey, we want brick around the poles. And
We want to dress it up,
we want to dress it up.
regardless
Not-
of the product.
regardless of the product. So I think, so that's one thing. So now let's, with what Peter's proposed, or what Family Express, not Peter, what Family Express has proposed, is there anything else?
I do want to note that the plan does not reflect the sidewalk, adding a sidewalk around. What was the contribution? The Family Express was
10,000.
10,000. we had Mike and Sean take a look. I don't know who did it. Was it Mike or was it Mike? Mike took a look at it and kind of did an engineer's estimate opinion how much it would cost for the town to build a sidewalk around there, and he said plus or minus 47,000. That was Mike's estimate. You know, so obviously there's a discrepancy there, and just want to bring that to your attention. So in lieu of sidewalk construction, they're proposing $10,000 contribution to the town for when the town ultimately does an intersection improvement at Randolph and 109th. So we have been talking about widening that and doing some more stuff there. Just putting it towards the concrete work and the inevitable sidewalk installation that the town would do for that project.
So,
I don't know that 10,000 is enough, but that's what they're proposing.
So the way we look at it, well, again, it's a discussion, I guess. We look at it as a $10,000 contribution to the community. We think that sidewalks, should they be part of the road improvement project, because you guys are going to do all the other corners.
yeah, so here's, I guess, what I would take away from it would be, I think what you proposed in terms of the car wash and things like that is fine, but the board wants the post dressed up. I think I'd be okay if you dressed up the brick, and maybe I'll let these guys opine to your, if you brick, whatever, some product, I won't say brick, but I'll say some product, bring. And then I would be okay with the 10,000 because I know what it's gonna cost to do that. If you dressed up the posts. If we're not gonna dress up the posts, then maybe we want more. I don't know.
So I did get proposals for the sidewalk before I gave that 10,000. CNS Concrete, they're a union contractor, probably a little bit on the higher side. Their proposal, I don't know what kind of square footages you guys came up with, but they're 3,435 square foot. Their proposal was 14,600. So we could do the sidewalks. They're going to be torn out. You guys tell us where you want the sidewalks. We could put the sidewalks in.
So I'm just giving you the feedback, consolidating the feedback. So that's the feedback. I think if you did something with the post, you'd be approved. If not, I don't know. I only vote. That's correct? Did I
Yeah.
summarize correctly?
That's where I'm at.
Okay. So I don't know. Do you want to take that back? See if they want to do something, and then come back, call Nick. We could. I don't know if there's anything else to do at that point. At this point.
So
Okay.
I don't have enough, I don't think I have enough information to comment on the sidewalks and
Yeah,
everything.
I
So,
don't either. I mean, like I said, I'm just giving you the summarization.
yeah.
So,
if we were to do the column wraps, and I understand the other stuff because we tried to do the working Westfield, and they wanted the wraps, and then we tried to attach them to the post. Structural engineer said no, so we have to go down. If we were to do the column wraps, what material are we going to use? We have split face block in the building. We have 3 different colored bricks here. Are we matching the car wash? Are we matching the building? What are we?
I think you match the newest construction. You probably match the
Agreed.
car wash.
You match the car wash and you blend in to the existing building, the old building with paint and everything else. So that's what you're gonna do. I mean, you already stated you're
Anything
gonna
new
do
has to
that.
be with the new stuff.
I would agree. I think it should look like, color-wise, the car wash.
Okay. And then the height that you guys are requesting?
I'd say a minimum of 5 foot.
that's all.
Me. I mean, up.
We wouldn't do 5. We'd go higher if anything. We're not going to do 5.
Yeah.
We'll do higher. So
Do you want it similar to what I showed you the picture in Belleville?
that's high.
That, well, yeah, I
I think that one goes, that one went all the way
Yeah,
up.
that
didn't
one
it?
went all the way up.
Yeah, do we,
Say 8
I'm
feet.
asking, I don't know.
Do we,
Yeah, I mean, I could start there at 8 feet and see how that looks.
Okay.
yeah,
So the feedback then I would just say is this, again, to summarize is, we're saying 8 foot,
yeah.
8 foot car wash material. They're gonna paint the rest of the building, same colors, give or take. And then, send it to Nick, Nick send it around. We're all, if everybody's good,
There might be a way to do a conditional approval, provided that Pete's comfortable with the column wraps. You could do approval contingent upon
Conditional.
8-foot column wraps and final engineering approval, because there's still some drainage stuff being looked at. It's
Stormwater.
probably nothing major.
I'm okay with that. Yeah, I'm not trying to be hard.
My question is it gonna be an issue with drainage, because it goes through the column right now, right?
but it comes out the bottom.
It comes out the bottom. Is that gonna be an issue with the brick?
If we
Probably
use
just
brick.
designed it in a way where it was,
That's-
there would be
that's-
some separation.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, it would have to be all subject engineering.
Yeah, I have to look at it. I mean, I'm not saying we're gonna do it or not gonna do it. I have to take a look at it. I mean,
Yeah.
there's gonna be, I don't know how many columns we have there. That's gonna be a substantial cost. No, you got 2 by the building, and then you got 2, 4, maybe it is 6. Yeah, I don't think the center ones have a column, so it might be 6. So we'd have to look at the pricing. Again, all this stuff here, I mean, we want to do this development, you know, all this stuff, little stuff keeps adding up, so we just have to look holistically. Give us your approval, conditional approval, whatever it is, and then.
I guess do a conditional approval and, with the column wraps, with final review by staff in the office, and Deb and I can take a look at it. I think I know what you guys are looking for. And if Pete doesn't end up getting approval for this, or something happens, or they can't, then he would just have to come back to the planning commission again next month.
Are we putting the sidewalk in there as a
Well-
condition?
No,
No?
we're not putting the sidewalk.
Because like I said,
I would say-
I can't really I don't know enough about to really talk about sidewalk.
It would just be installation of an 8-foot sidewalk around the floor.
Okay.
All right, well, then we need a motion.
You,
Somebody, I can't.
you want to do it?
Well, let me see if I can get all this information on it. I would like to make a favorable recommendation for the commercial development
No,
plan.
this is just an approval.
Just
It's a
approval.
Okay,
A conditional approval.
Conditional
right.
approval.
Conditioned on the engineering, mixed approval of the board here. And what else needs to be added to this?
Column wraps.
Column
8-foot column wraps.
Engineering
Final, yep, he said that.
He said that one.
Okay,
and
So-
column wraps.
8-foot column wraps, anything else?
I think it was just those two.
but I do have a couple questions about the column ramps. Could you weld an angle on the bottom of the column and then suspend the brick off that?
It's a round column, so we have to look at, is that round? No, those are square. So we have to ask a structural engineer about the canopy. The canopy was done 30-some odd years ago. Last time we asked on a brand-new canopy, they told us no
Okay.
for loading.
And then the other one is, what about a light gauge metal stud with a cementous type of wrap around it with a architectural stone attached to that?
So that's what we're doing for that option, but we still had to do a footing that goes down below frost.
To carry that?
Yeah.
Given it's all lightweight product?
Yeah,
Okay.
because it's exterior. If it's inside, it doesn't matter, but exterior, the ground's gonna move, and then you don't want that brick moving up and down because it'll crack.
I mean, even if you put even if you went with the angle around the bottom, it's lightweight, so you're not gonna carry the heavy brick itself. But you find a brick that's similar to what's on the car wash and use light metal studs, cementous product, and then the stone, or the.
No, yeah, I get what you're saying. Yeah, we might even look at thin brick, but then we probably won't have the thin brick that matches so I'll take a look at it. We'll find a solution.
All right, so we have a motion.
Second.
Second? Any further comment?
No.
I like that last comment. We'll figure something out.
Yeah.
That's what we want to hear.
All right, all those in favor?
Aye.
All right,
Thank you.
you have a conditional approval. Item number 4, recommendation to the town council, performance bond release and maintenance bond establishment, Lifewell Church.
This project's wrapped up, so the performance bond can be released and the maintenance bond would be established for 15% of the improvement amount, which is $40,622.34.
How much was it again?
$40,622.34.
All right, need a motion?
Recommendation.
Recommendation? Still a motion? Everybody, you want to cut it? Somebody still has
Motion
to
to
make it?
recommend.
That's right, a motion to recommend.
Make a motion for a favorable recommendation for the performance bond release and maintenance bond establishment for Lifewell Church of $40,622.34.
Second.
Comment? All's in favor?
Aye.
Item 5, recommendation to the town council, performance bond release and maintenance bond establishment, Winfield Commons.
We reviewed the punch list items for correction, that's been completed. So this one can be released from the performance bond and go to maintenance bond, with the establishment of the bond being 15% of the improvements, which is $56,924.59.
Need a motion for recommendation to the town council for performance bond release and maintenance bond establishment for Winfield Commons.
I'll make that favorable recommendation for the performance bond release and maintenance bond establishment for $56,924.59.
Motion second?
Second.
Second by Phil. All's in favor?
Aye.
Recommendation to the town council, performance bond reduction for the estates of Winbrook.
So some of the work has been completed out there and the performance bond can be reduced to the amount of the remaining improvements left to be done plus 10%. That amount would be $297,807.95.
Need a motion?
Make a
for-
motion for a favorable recommendation to the town council for the performance bond reduction for the estates of Winbrook to $297,807.95.
Need a second?
Second.
Second by Phil. Discussion? None. All's in favor?
Aye.
Item 7, discussion item, Newton Street subdivision. What do we got?
Got some paper for you.
Thank you.
It's amazing.
Good evening, I'm Doug Reddick with DVG. I'm representing the landowner, Ali Afraz, who's here tonight as well, to talk and present this small, it's a 6-acre piece of property at the dead end of Newton Street, which is in the, is it Providence at Stonegate subdivision? Just outside that subdivision? Yep. So it's, again, it's a 6-acre site. We are proposing a single-family subdivision. The current zoning is R2, so we'd like to work within that existing zoning as is. So we understand that there's minimum lot sizes associated with that. We presented a couple of options of what this could look like to Nick and Deborah for their review. And they kind of suggested that we come back and present this to you. So it's a, currently it's a 12-lot plan, very rectangular because the property is very rectangular in shape. Of course, we provide for stormwater detention as always. So really it's just an extension of Newton Street. The property is only 600 and some feet long, but this would leave access to the adjoining property to the south. what we're proposing is 90 by 167 foot lots. That gives us a lot area of just over 15,000 square feet, which is the minimum required in R2. We are asking for 90-foot wide lots, where R2 requires 100-foot wide. But we feel that the 90-foot lot size is very consistent with the neighborhood that surrounds this. Stonegate has got lots as narrow as 80 feet and 77 feet and 81 feet. Again, they're a PDR, which is a little bit different. And this is a small site, and it doesn't make sense to go for PDR for something so small. But we believe that the lot area that we have of 15,000 square feet actually exceeds a lot of the adjoining lots. For some reason, the lots immediately to the east are a little bit bigger as part of that PDR, and I don't really know the answer as to why that
So
is.
is this separate then, Stonegate? So this will be its own little neighborhood? or is
Its own little
part of-
subdivision, right.
Or is it gonna be sitting within the HOA of Stonegate?
No, it's a separate developer, separate everything.
Really?
I don't think we could, coordinate with
Well, you could,
Stonegate.
sure. You could be asked to be let into the HOA.
That's an interesting thought, because we did talk about it earlier today.
Providence, Stonegate, make sure you're the right one.
Say it again?
There's two different places. Providence, Stonegate, and Stonegate are separate.
Right.
Yeah.
We'd have to do the one that's immediately adjacent, so, because there's several phases there. I'm not saying we can't explore
Well,
that.
I'm just saying, that because the question you'll get is from the homeowners, because when you notify all those homeowners and they come here, and they come in and they go, what are you building? You're gonna be like, well, is that part of the HOA? And your answer is going to be no. And then their question is going to be, why not?
Well, because it's a separate piece of property is
Well, I
why.
understand that.
But
I
we,
comprehend that.
we have no problem being held to the same standard.
Good.
As far as what they had to adhere to for construction materials and everything.
Yeah,
So,
sure.
but it's
Well,
a good thought.
Probably, I would say you'd want to be careful about that, because I would say our town standards are probably
Yeah. No,
potentially,
I'm just putting
as
it
far as
out.
construction goes, higher than.
Oh, I didn't say I was gonna be for it.
I'm
I'm
just-
just preparing for the
We started heading
inevitable.
down the path, so I just.
Right.
I am just preparing questions. That's
So
all I'm doing.
I
And you're
appreciate
ready to
that.
go.
I appreciate
It
that.
hadn't occurred to me that, so are you gonna be asking for a variance from the BZA on the frontage of these lots, since it doesn't meet R2?
Either a variance or a waiver, if it's something that the plan commission can waive. That's one reason why I'm here tonight to talk about that.
Yeah, sure.
So there is obviously options there, but we feel that it's worth asking, because we do meet the square footage requirements. And if we go to the 100-foot
What is
wide
the
lots.
depth requirement? Is there a depth requirement on?
Well, no, not really. It's 100, it's 15,000 and 100, but you get
You're
150.
just kind of like squishing, and
Yeah,
obviously it's longer than whatever it would have been.
right.
I get it.
And again, at 90-foot wide, they're wider than almost everything in the adjoining subdivision.
Yeah, we'd have to look to see if this qualifies for a waiver versus a variance. That'd have to be figured out.
Okay.
We don't know right now.
Yeah, and just so we're clear on the HOA thing, yeah, I don't know that they'd be fair. I'm just preparing you for when you have to send out the letters.
Right.
What they're gonna ask is that, are you going to contribute? And so, that's it. Don't take it any more than that.
There will have to be some sort of micro HOA
Right.
established for this neighbor to maintain the detention ponds.
Oh, yes,
Just
that is
FYI.
correct.
And that was our plan, to do it independent.
Okay.
So, or I could make those two detention ponds part of those two adjacent lots, and then we don't need an HOA at all. And again, I wanted to mention that tonight too.
We
So,
don't. We don't ever do that. We don't assign common facilities to private owners. That's not fair to them.
and I typically,
We have that issue in town in some of the older neighborhoods, like Trees, where they have these ponds, and Country Meadows, where the ownership of the ponds is out, like the lot lines are out into the ponds. And it just makes it difficult because the town can't get access to it. There's no assigned easements. Maintenance becomes a nightmare.
That's the way my house is.
Well, you got a nice fountain now.
I know.
Or a bubbler. It wasn't really a fountain.
Well, anyway, so aside from the lots, what are the style of houses that are gonna be there? I mean, just, what are the specs for R2, I guess is what I'm really asking.
It would just fall to the default town standards that we
Which
have.
are?
The overhanging eaves, the brick, the masonry requirement, the brick.
So what's the
returns.
what's the size house of an R2?
I don't know off the top of my head. Deb?
Garages.
Well, so, I mean, I wanna put it on record as to what R2 is, so everybody understands.
I don't have the design requirements table handy.
Right. I mean, yeah, these gonna be 2-car garages, 3-car garages.
Yeah, what is an R2 design?
You know, yeah.
Because if you're just looking at me for a rectangle and say, hey, we want to bite on that,
yeah.
that ain't gonna cut it.
I do have it here, the
2,000 square
minimum,
foot houses.
the minimum dwelling size in R2 is 1,800 square feet. 35% lot coverage.
Well, there's a brick requirement on all this now.
And we're happy to adhere to all of that.
So that's the part I need to understand, is because the other piece of this then is, well, do we want all 12 1,800 square foot homes? Because technically they can build that. Not sure I want that either.
It's pretty small.
I
on that
would
big
wanna,
lot.
I would wanna see. the
You're
types
gonna
of
have to
homes.
bring, so you're gonna have to bring in what are the types of homes, what it is, just like we do with any other
Developer.
development, because that's
Sure.
essentially you're asking for.
I think because they're asking for the waiver, they're asking for consideration on the waiver, we
You
can
can-
assign some other requirements.
You can hold us to a higher standard because of that.
Yeah,
Pro flow.
well, I guess what I'm asking is, there isn't enough here to say really anything. You wanna build 12 houses, or whatever it is, okay. What else you got?
Is this gonna be
I mean, I'm looking at a square piece of paper.
I
Yeah,
agree.
Oh, yeah.
There's not a whole lot going on.
That's why this is just sort of a workshop item.
Right.
I don't have enough to be able to give you any feedback.
Does the commission like the layout?
No.
Do you like, this is, I'm bringing this up because I'm thinking, I'm like visualizing this neighborhood, and by the time you do the setbacks on the house, those houses in lot 1 and 12, the windows in the main living area will be right in line with those backyards.
Yeah,
So windows will be open, campfire smoke, fire pit smoke, so I
If all
think
you're gonna do is present this to me as it is today, I would
conversation of
say,
layout.
I would say it needs more work.
Yeah, I would too. I would like to see, I don't know.
R2 requires a 3-car garage. That was asked, so I brought it up.
Okay. Well, so my point is, let's make sure, before we just look at a rectangle piece of land, is let's go back and have discussions about, what are they gonna build, the standards, what are the standards, what other things could we do with this rectangle, because to your point, Deb, right, the backyards, the thing, like, there are other things we could do, like the fact that we have 2 detention ponds at the end, yeah. If you look at everything we've approved and everything we've done in the town, and I get it, this is super small, but we don't approve stuff like this. Meaning the layout of what it is. Now, there might be nothing more that we can do for it.
That's just
I
it.
get it. But I don't have enough to even, I don't know, I don't have enough to give you feedback.
Because of the shape of the property, the depth of the property, I mean, there really isn't much else you can do other than, instead of running the street all the way to the south, put in a cul-de-sac. And I have an option for that as well.
I mean, we could trim down the number of lots and make it a little bit more architecturally.
Well, the other,
I mean, that is an option that we have.
yeah, the other question is, like, Nick, is Newton, where does it go? So outside of just them extending the street, we have the property owner to the south of that.
Yes.
Where does it actually go? Like, what's the plan? Do we know?
Where does Newton Street go?
Yeah.
Nowhere at this point.
That would be the new stub of Newton Street.
Yeah, but where do we have it, do we have it in a master plan as to where the street is supposed to come out?
Think if it's
at?
gonna connect down.
It's not a major thoroughfare street
No.
though. It's just a neighborhood street.
Okay.
That's gonna have to be a cul-de-sac there, for sure. Fire is gonna say, for sure, they're gonna want a cul-de-sac there.
Well, what you could do there, and we've done it in the past, especially when we anticipate future development. So for instance, you may recall Lily Reed I don't know what happened with that. It just kind of fell off. But I presume that person, or maybe it's sold, but it was contemplated a residential development kind of around this to the south and to the west. So it's logical to assume this would connect into that. So when you have situations where there's an assumption made that there's going to be further development, you can do what we do on the end is like a temporary hammerhead where cars and trucks and stuff can pull in and turn around. We've done that in the past.
You know what they say about assuming? Just point it out.
No, Dave, I don't.
Anyway, I guess
Let's finish this up.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah.
It's been a long day. From my perspective, I don't really have enough to give you any kind of, I don't have anything to say, really. I need to see kind of more and some other thoughts, you know, again, R2, what is it, 3-car garage, I get all that, let's list it all out, so that way we can have a discussion about it and, you know, put some thought behind it.
Size of
I don't know.
houses and what the house
Well,
is. Yeah.
my question is the developer the builder?
No, he simply wants to sell lots to
Okay.
build.
Well, that's good to know too.
So it'd be
Yeah.
multiple builders then?
I'm sorry? Yeah.
Multiple builders?
Well, he's hoping that maybe 2 builders will buy them all. We don't know. It's very early in the process, so we can agree to certain covenants, restrictions as far as square footages, and we're happy to do all that. And I think we could exceed the town minimums pretty easily. So I'm not worried about that so much. The layout, I am worried about. Like, if we don't like the street running straight through with a temporary turnaround at the end,
Yeah, I would tell you, like, if it were to be like that, what I would tell you is I would agree with Jim, like a cul-de-sac. And I would just kill, if it's not a thoroughfare, I'd kill the street there. And then let somebody else, because that, whatever's to the south could sit there for 20 years before anything happens, and I'll be long gone at that point.
I have a cul-de-sac option, which,
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying is, you know, go back with staff, work through it, the only feedback I can give you about the specific layout is, you know, where do we put the detention ponds? I'd say a cul-de-sac,
Would do.
and
the detention needs to be at the south end of the site. I brought one copy of the cul-de-sac plan. I'd be glad to share it with you right now, because that's important to
throw it
us.
out,
Sure.
Yeah.
we're here.
The farmer owns
Say,
all this
should
to
I
the south.
pull it out of
The farmer that lives on 125th, he owns all that.
the cul-de-sac?
Oh, he does, oh.
Eventually, possibly.
So I can't, you know, that's, oh, there you go, okay. Oh, so you'd put a big pond down here.
Yeah, with access to the pond.
See, yeah, so,
That looks better, even just like that.
yeah, there, so, there's some feedback.
Yeah.
That's what we need. That's why we're here.
That's right, that's right.
So you guys like the cul-de-sac?
Yeah, because at the cul-de-sac, to that thing, you put the cul-de-sac in, you can run the pond to the south, and it creates a bit of,
The pond kind of goes around
it
the southern
creates a
end of
bit
the
of
cul-de-sac.
interest.
Sure. I think we can have some really nice lots on the cul-de-sac, so,
Yeah.
so yeah, that
that's
helps
the-
a lot.
there you
And
go.
that's really why we're here. What kind of street pattern do you like? We can't curve the street. There's not enough land.
No, that wasn't it. I was
Just
Right.
something to.
And I think
break up
I
such
think it terminates Newton Street.
Termination, the termination just
Yes,
was like.
some towns don't like cul-de-sacs, and they don't want to plow cul-de-sacs. So I hear it in every different
And the only reason I bring up, if Newton was supposed to go through,
story.
okay, that's a different discussion now.
Right.
But it's not. So I would say go to the cul-de-sac design.
Okay.
I think that's good. I still want to see what the R2 stuff is, things like that. If we're just developing land and selling lots.
That's the plan, and then we'll put certain restrictions on it as far as minimums.
All right, we'll I don't know what all the restrictions are, so I would just say,
Well, we'll tabulate them for you.
yeah. And then I think what we would do, I think the plan would then be to come back with with that version, get with Nick on some of the restrictions, and then we could have a substantial conversation about it, and then be like, all right, and then you can walk out of here with, do we need to change, don't we need to change it?
We can't go to engineering until we have
Yeah,
a
exactly.
plan.
Correct.
And this is the first look, and I do appreciate the feedback, because now we have
You got a course.
a course of
I
action.
like that plan way better than this plan.
Yeah.
That's why we're here. I should have brought more copies of it.
But, yeah, so good. So that'd be a thing, just come back with that, get with Nick, make sure everybody's understanding of what R2 is and what the,
Yep.
all that is, and then I'd say come back and
Fair enough.
then we're good, I think.
I'm good with that.
Thanks, Doug.
Thank you.
Thanks, Doug.
Thanks, Doug.
All right.
We got a hot mess going on
Yeah.
here. Last item.
Modification to the town code, Nick.
Let's look at the last page of your packet. There's been a lot of talk of annexation in the town. We've had a couple property owners, little 20 acres here, 10 acres there, wanting to annex. Deb and I have looked into the code. There's no formal application process or fee schedule or anything established in our code for somebody looking to annex into town. So we needed to get a fee schedule established. We already have all the forms for in the application and all that set up, but we just have to have the application fee. So really, I just need authorization to send this to public hearing, and we can hear it next month.
Do we need a vote on that?
Just motion to send it to public hearing.
Motion to send it to public hearing, anybody? Want to make that motion?
What will be the date of that?
I'll make the motion, I guess I'm not sure what I'm making a motion on here.
Modifications to the town code to send to public hearing.
Yep, I'll make the recommendation, the modification to town code, for the,
Public hearing.
for public hearing, for the annexation petition up for annexation fees?
Yeah.
Something
fee
like that?
schedule.
Fee schedule.
Fee schedule?
The active adult is having some issues.
And that'll be on June 11th.
Sorry.
So noted.
All right, I need a
I'll
second.
second.
All right. Phil gets the easy job.
Yeah.
Any other comments?
No.
All right, all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries. Motion to adjourn.
No, we got one more thing.
Nope, that's it.
Is it?
That's it. Oh, do we have one more? I don't think so.
That's it.
That's it?
Staff report.
Motion to adjourn.
I heard him.
Staff report.
What's the staff report?
Do we have a staff report?
Do we need it?
I don't have a staff report.
Okay.
Other than touch truck, stormwater's gonna be there, so.
Yeah, all right, come touch a truck. Anybody in the, oh, there's nobody here.
Nobody here. No one's here now. Just us.
All right, motion to adjourn.